Mhm. Okay, here we go. Slideshow. All right, awesome. Yes, can you believe it that we're heading into the second part of the year, and some parts of the country, the kids are back to school, and of course, we are gearing up as well too. So I wanted to share with you today a few tips that are going to help you make your life easier, because life gets really hectic when the school is back in session and it feels like we're constantly running around somewhere. So welcome, everyone. My name is Olga St Pierre. I am a real estate agent by trade here in our community. And our workshops that we offer through our library circle, as well as through other local resources, is just a way to help you be a responsible and sustainable homeowner and be part of our community. And a lot of the times when you see stuff that is online, on social media, on internet, that can be confusing. And what I really enjoy is taking the information that is out there and making it very simple to understand and relevant for where we are. We've been in business on our real estate practice for the last 16 years, helping our clients move anywhere pretty much in the United States to Canada. And our mission is to help you through your life journey, whatever that may be. And then when you get settled, we help you protect one of your most important investments, which is the home that you live in. And part of that is our concierge service, which is what these workshops are actually part of. We think of us as virtual yellow pages, anything that you can possibly need or think of. They always call me and say, hey, Olga, do you have a guy for this or gal for that? And we always say, absolutely, let me check our resources. And if we have something, we're sending it to you at no charge, and as long as we can help you. And that really is our mission. So let's jump in and talk about how are we going to make things easier. And I think you'll agree with me that with the technology, some of the things have gotten quite convenient and a lot easier. And there are some tips that I have accumulated for myself that I want to share with you. And some clients have shared some of the things as well. So here are some suggestions for you on how can we make things easier. And you know what, too, whether you have kids in school, whether your kids have kids of their own, I think all of us can use some of these tips for you as well to make your life easier. And really, that really is the reason for kind of putting this together. Having toothbrushing stations, which also makes sense if you think about it, having some kind of morning routine and having things that are grouped together for your morning routine, and then the same thing for the evening routine. Put things together where it's convenient for you and that is easily reachable. And that way it'll help you get things out the door and do things quickly. Creating a weather board, discussing each evening prep items. I love that. And this is something that we do with our family. We actually do it as part of a Sunday meeting where we look at the week ahead, see what everybody is planning, and also look at the weather ahead to see if there's anything that we need to be aware of. Funny, we have this on here. 2 days ago, I had to take my car for service and I did not look at the weather because sometimes I'm running, and it was like 60 degrees and here I am running out in my sundress. So I went right back in and put on a shirt. So I thought that was funny. Creating reminder cards is helpful, especially for kids. And you know what, too? When you have these things put in place, it's also going to help kids grow up being organized and using the tools to help them in their life going forward. So having reminder cards, having things kind of organized and separated by each day of the week, I think it's not just helpful for kids, but it's also helpful for us as adults. I know I do that a lot with my planning on the things that I have going on each day by writing things down for each day of the week. Being prepared in the car. If you spend a lot of time in your car, if you are a mom or dad who is dealing with sports or dance or some other extracurricular activities, when my girls were younger, this was absolutely critical for me to help me be prepared. So when you're in the car, I really do think that you need to be prepared for two reasons. One is the humans that we have in the car, and also making sure that the car itself is also well maintained. And people don't realize that, but we use our car on a daily basis and things are going to break. So the goal is to have really good maintenance and just scheduling it. I think that's where a lot of us kind of fall through, is because we don't think about it, we forget. And if you've seen and heard me on some of the other workshops, I encourage you not to keep stuff in your head, because all it's doing just rattling around there, making you more anxious, and it's affecting you on that subconscious level. You're not thinking about it, yet at the same time, it's not preventing you functioning on the most optimal level. And then it could also prevent you from maybe sleeping well, because you're constantly having those thoughts in the back of your mind. So with regards to humans, sometimes it makes sense. So take a look at this list and decide what makes sense to you. What I always have in my car is a case of water. In the summertime, it's in the cooler. In the wintertime, it's just as a case, because I know that I need to have drink my water. Otherwise, I get migraines. So paper towels, neutral snacks are very handy for adults and kids. Clorox wipes, Windex, trash bags, hand sanitizer, phone battery, charger pack is great. A blanket, beanie, gloves, and some Ziploc bags and shopping bags if you're in the area where there are no more plastic bags that are offered at the grocery store. For your car, jumper cables, air pressure gauge, first aid kit, flashlight, WD-40 can be used for quite a few things. Basic toolkit, and of course your car registration, your insurance card, and your car manual. All right. Let's talk about saving yourself a trip. This is one of the big ones that I absolutely love to share with. If you are looking to fax things, you don't have to look for a local Office Max or Staples store or even UPS store. You can do it absolutely for free from your home. And the website is called faxzero.com. I use it on a regular basis for my personal as well as for my business as well. Planning for unexpected. Trust me when I tell you that this is going to save you a lot of headaches. Try to buy some things in bulk. If you know you're going to be attending a lot of birthdays for your kids, for yourself, so you have events that are coming up, stock up and buy cards for birthdays, graduation, thank yous, and have them be very generic but pretty. Just something beautiful on the outside, but doesn't say the specific occasion, and there are no words inside. This way, you can use this card for many different things. And honestly, when you put a message yourself or something that is meaningful and custom, it's going to be really welcomed by the receiving party. Gift bags, tissue paper, plain, neutral, various sizes. I always keep it in like a storage container. It could be in a closet, it could be under your bed. And again, make them neutral, something that you can use for all different occasions and different sizes. One of my favorite things to do actually is get the bags from TJ Maxx or Marshalls. They hang by the register, they're 99 cents and they're huge and they're reusable, which means that you can put your gift in there. You don't have to worry about it not fitting because it's a really good size. And then the person can actually use it as a really pretty tote afterwards. It's not just the one time for the gift. You can even add a few gift cards or toys to have a gift on hand when needed. Just if you wanted to buy something, for example, something as simple as Amazon gift card. Most of the people do use Amazon. And sometimes, you know what, you get stuck and you just don't know what to do. Having that Amazon gift card and a quick card that you can write in can make a really world difference for your peace of mind. Being able to shop and have groceries delivered to you through services like Instacart and Shipt is really, really helpful. Sometimes if you don't feel good or you don't want to go out, or there's another reason, maybe you're running behind and you are low on those groceries, use these services. And you don't have to use them all the time, but if you do use them, it's going to be helpful. A lot of these services also they are available in big stores, even including Costco and BJ's and more. And if you don't want to use services, one of the other things that you can do is make your order online, and then it's going to be ready for you. All you have to do is pick it up. That's just also a good time saver for you. All right, now we're heading into some other things that are like office and just some general things where you can try to have that counterbalance between personal things and kids stuff, activities, as well as work. My suggestion to you, and this is what I tell everyone that I'm working with my practice to, again, make your life so much easier, and also to make sure that your financial health is in good shape, is putting all of your bills that you can on your family credit card. This way, you are accumulating either miles or maybe points or maybe cashback options. Our favorite card that we use for the household is Discover. And we love getting the cash back and then using that for whatever things that we may want. I also like to have all of the bills on auto pay. This way, if I'm on vacation or I'm busy or something else happens, I don't have to worry about my bill being late. And what I can tell you from experience is that one of the worst things that you can do for your credit score, is if not making your payments on time. This is where you will see your credit suffer tremendously. It's one of the cardinal rules, the biggest rules where we're talking about building your credit or maintaining your credit if you're having and planning on big purchases in the future, is making sure that you are making on-time payments. Even if it's a minimum balance, you still need to make them on time. Next up is having a notepad on your fridge. So here I can tell you that I have a notepad in various places in my house as well as my car. I don't want to keep things in my head. I want to write it down. This way I know it's committed. And having a notepad on your fridge is very helpful. My family knows not to tell me if they're running low on some kind of food in the refrigerator. They know just to write it on notepad. Then I take a picture of it or tear it out, and then I head to the grocery store with that. Getting your house cleaning twice a month is something for you to think about. I want you to think about the value of your time versus money. If you are working and you don't have time, yet you know the house needs to be clean, sometimes it's worth it to pay someone to get the house clean for you. And you know what, too? If you can only afford to get the house cleaned once a month, well, that is even better than none at all. It will give you time to savor. It will also allow you to spend more time with your family, or maybe just to give you alone time, because sometimes that's what we need. Wi-Fi smart plugs are actually really cool things. Think technology, it's only going to get more interesting and more advanced. However, you have the ability to use these to turn on and off the lights, to control your heating and air conditioning, to turn on the lamps, to have interesting outlets that are helping you with technology. So just look into it. We're heading into soon to be holiday season. So if you wanted to maybe put that on your list to check out at Black Friday, that would be a good time to see what makes sense for you. All right, decluttering. I know it says declutter daily. However, this is what I want you to understand, is when you have one or two things that you need to put away every day, you are never going to get to that point where you need to potentially come to my decluttering class because you have a mountain in front of you. And this is what I want you just to be mindful of. This is what I do. And this is what I suggest to my clients and my friends, is if you have a box that you can put in the closet, and then a box you can put in your office and in your laundry, right? Think about the places where a lot of the times you have the influx of clothing or mail or some of the other things. But every day when the mail comes in, designate a special place for it. Don't allow yourself or others to put it anywhere but that designated place. And my family knows to bring it right here, actually, in my office. They put it on my desk. And then I sort it right away into 3 categories. One is the category that goes into my drawer of my cabinet to be looked at later once a week. Another one is going to be something to be shredded, and I put it right on top of my shredder. And then the third is my recycle bin that sits next to my desk. That's it. This is how I stay on top of mail. And of course, you also have circulars for the grocery stores and coupons that come in. Every week, I put new ones in and I take the old ones out, and that goes into the recycle. So think of ways that make sense for you, depending where you live. Maybe you're in the apartment, or you are in a small place, or in a house. How can you set up inexpensive ways, easy ways that is right there, you can see it, on controlling some of the chaos and the stuff that is called life that is going to be coming to you every day? There's no way around it. So how do we make it easier for us to kind of just keep at it every day for a few minutes every day? You can also pass it on to the friends, passing on things in terms of donations, I have a couple of organizations that are listed here for you. And my suggestion to you is if decluttering is something of a project that you need to tackle on, maybe you're moving, maybe you're downsizing, maybe you're thinking about it, please sign up for our declutter class. This is where we really dig in deep and create a really good game plan to help each and every one of you. All right, dinner for 5 with less than 5 ingredients. I love it. I love it. A lot of the times the food that I make is where, my goal is to put it on a sheet and put it in the oven. If I can do that and then I can go take a shower or finish doing what I'm doing, then come back when the timer is good, I am there. This is one of my favorite tools and systems and ways that we can do that. So we even included a few different recipes for you here that you can use. So oven to the rescue is your friend. Instapot, air fryer. These are the tools that you can use to help you make your life easier and also be able to make healthy meals as well. Tips for artwork. I think a lot of you will agree, whether it's your kids or grandkids, there are some things that you just don't want to part with because they bring memories and they bring a smile to your face. I encourage you to take some time and think about how you can arrange this art to make you happy. Whether it's creating a collage or maybe a beautiful print or something else, or using clothespins, which I love because you can interchange them really quickly. What can you use to display the things that are important to you? So I have some ideas here for you. So take a look and decide on what makes sense for you. Organizing important documents is also very important, depending on how much of these documents you have, maybe how involved your life is, maybe you have a business or you're self-employed like myself. I have a lot of paperwork and I scan a lot of the documents because I don't want to lose them. Here's what I want you to think about. When you get those receipts, and especially receipts for things like appliances or big ticket items where you need to keep them for warranty, I encourage you to scan them or take a picture with your phone because paper is going to fade. And if you don't have proof of purchase, your warranty is not going to work. 100%, trust me, I've had clients that tried it and unfortunately were denied. A few ways you can do that. There's a free app that you can download called Genius Scan, or you can just take a picture with your phone and just put it in the folder on your phone. If you like labeling, then hey, get a label maker and put some labels down. It's a great way to get things also organized. And we talk about that, like especially in the kitchen or in the office where you want things organized in your pantry, your refrigerator, and especially in your office when you're trying to file things away. It's very important to keep them all designated in the way that makes sense to you, depending on your personal circumstances. So if you ever wonder, what do I keep and how long do I keep it for? I have this really handy guide from our decluttering workshop that I have also included here for you to help you understand what can you shred, how long do you keep things for? And I want you to also pay attention to the last 2 categories. There are some things that you absolutely want to keep forever. And to make sure that these are safeguarded, you want to invest in a good safe. Something that you can purchase at Home Depot, Lowe's, very easy to do. And for shredding, if this is a document you don't want, and it has any of your signature or any kind of account information, if you're doubting yourself, you definitely may want to go ahead and shred it. Stain removal, one of my favorite topics, because you know what, if you have kids, if you have pets, I am sure that you come across this on a regular basis. Surprisingly, dish soap is great for fighting oil-based stains. I love Blue Dawn. And I found that Blue Dawn is great, not just for doing dishes in the kitchens, but it's also great for laundry. So if you want to look up some ideas, there are some cleaning ladies on Instagram that talk about it, and I really enjoyed looking at their notes. A Tide to Go is a great idea if you're traveling. Rubbing alcohol removes ink from fabrics and leather, which is pretty cool. Because sometimes, you know, I walk around and see, look, I have a pen in my hand right now because I was just writing something before I got on. But if you are not thinking about it and you're waving your hands when you're animatedly talking, you can get some ink on you clothes, and then it's a little bit disappointing. So important thing is again, taking care of your messes and the issues as soon as possible, because fresh stains gets taken care of a lot easier rather than old ones. So, or if you guys have any tips to share with us, please let us know. I love hearing maybe some other tools or some other products that you use that are working really well for you. What I found helpful for me is I found some stain removal guides in like magazines that I get. I just tore up the page and I actually taped it to the cabinet that I have hanging in my laundry area. And that way it's helpful for me to refer to, and I know where to find it if I have any issues. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Just some quick pages, some quick tips on how do we get ready for school. And ultimately, if you don't have any school-age kids, how do we get ready for September? Because summer is fun. Summer is for vacations. But what is next for you? What is happening in the month, in the fall time? And of course, how can I and our team can help you with whatever that you have going on in your lives, whether it's contractors that you may need for your projects or help with sorting, organizing. So please let us know. This is something that I do every day, and I truly enjoy my work. And of course, because I am a real estate agent by trade, please let me know if you have any interest in knowing the value of your home, how your neighborhood is doing, and what else I can help you with that. The list of our workshops is always hanging out on Live with Olga, so you can find what's next for us coming up next week. And the recording of this workshop and all the other ones that we've had in the past are also hanging out at this YouTube channel called At Home with Olga. And if you are nearing the age where you're thinking about retiring and having fun during the years, please check out my YouTube channel that is all dedicated about planning and living well in retirement. So that's what I have to share with you today. If anybody has any super tips, please share. Otherwise, I'm hoping that you enjoyed it. And of course, if you got in a little bit late, just so you know, a copy of the recording as well as the workbook is going to be sent to you, so don't worry. Let me see if anything is in the chat. All right. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate it. I think Mary had to run. Of course. Ooh, lots of notes. Awesome. Let me know how you work, how you make out. And my suggestion to everybody is not to just take all of it at once and use it all, because you're going to most likely crash and burn, but just take some tidbits and see what makes sense for you, because everybody's situation is different, and then apply it and take it with you, and then go from there. So you're welcome, Becky. Of course. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day and the rest of your week. Enjoy the weather, and I'm sure I'll see you soon again. Bye-bye.